Hello, I'm Fiona and I run FAT Promotions. We design and build websites and online software systems to help you upscale your business or charity to the next level. And today I'm going to talk to you about when is a website not a website. Something I'm often asked is, what should I expect from my website? What's the absolute bare minimum? And it's very simple. As far as I'm concerned, your website should be something you love. It looks beautiful, it works seamlessly, your customers obviously have a good experience, and that then brings in inquiries and sales every single day. If your website's not doing that, it's not performing. But on top of that, your website can also be used to help you run your business effectively. For example, we've created sites for charities with a database behind them. Now, no one ever asks for a database, but when you have a database, it effectively runs your systems. So anything you're doing on spreadsheets, in Word documents, anything you're having to calculate manually, doesn't have to happen that way. It can all happen online. That saves you time, which saves you money and energy that you can then invest in your business to help it grow. Give one example of this and how databases can help. It's a charity that we work with, and they support people who are caring for a dependent friend, relative, or acquaintance, anybody like that really. And they need to match their volunteers with their service users. So say you have a service user, it's Fred, and he looks after Vera, his wife. They're both in their late 70s, and his wife has Alzheimer's. So Fred really wants to go and play golf on a Friday afternoon, and he would love someone to come and sit with Vera, take care of her, make sure she's okay while he's out. Sounds simple enough. But this charity has this massive database of people who can help Fred. But the trouble is, Vera has loads of cats. So you can't have anyone in that database who is allergic to cats. So that narrows it down. So if they're doing this on paper, they're like, right, oh no, they're free on a Friday, but they don't like cats. Or, they're free on a Friday, don't mind cats, but Vera smokes and they're asthmatic, can't put them in a room with a smoker. And so on and so forth. And they're going through their book like this, and it takes them so much time and effort. So we created a system where they input, here's Fred, here's Vera, here are their details. It can be right down to sensitive information such as doctors who's referred them to the charity, anything like that. And what the system does is then say, right, there's all of their details, that's when they need help and what sort of help they need, preferably someone with experience with Alzheimer's. And here's the list of volunteers, automatically picks people who match every single criteria that Fred and Vera have, puts them together and goes, bang, here's a list of people who can help. Those people are then automatically emailed by the system. The first one who says, yes, I can help with this situation, clicks yes. All of the others get an email straight away, says, thank you, but you're no longer required. Fred then gets an email to say, with a photo, to say, this is who's going to be coming to see you on Friday afternoon. The day before, that person gets a little text or an email reminder to say, don't forget you to go and see Vera at this time and this address, and all of this sort of sensitive information needs to be protected. They then turn up, have a lovely time with Vera. Fred goes and plays golf. He's loving his life. They come back immediately after the meeting. Everyone automatically gets an email. Fred, were you happy to have this volunteer come to you again? Volunteer, are you happy to make this a regular thing? If the volunteer says yes and Fred says yes, the system again automatically puts it in their diaries, and so it goes on. What that gives the charity is not only makes them so much more effective, it saves all of the phone calls, all of the emails, all of that manual input going back and forth with their volunteers and their care service users. That doesn't need to happen. It can all be done online. So that, in a nutshell, is how databases work. And that's the sort of system we can build, not just for charities, for companies who are managing multiple venues or multiple staff shifts or anything like that. But that's when a website is not a website, when it's really working for your business, when it's an extra member of your team. If you'd like to hear more, just contact us. I'm on fiona@fatpromotions.co.uk, or just look us up online, Fat Promotions. We're not hard to find. I'd love to speak to you about what we can do to help take your business or charity to the next level. Speak to you soon. Many thanks.